Good morning, afternoon, or evening to everybody out there watching this video. This is an attempt at the first video for my new YouTube channel, The Guy Who Does Random Tier Lists. And today, on that subject and on that note, we will be doing a random tier list. Our subject that we're going to be doing today is vegetables, everybody's favorite type of food. Though seriously, as I've gotten older, I feel like I've enjoyed vegetables a lot more than I did when I was a kid. I was a super picky eater as a kid. So some of these I might have to say, I had them when I was a kid and I didn't like them then, but now I like them. So we'll just have to see. So our tier list is just a basic one, starting with S tier at the top, A, B, C, D, and F. And at the bottom, we have an undecided or haven't tried enough tier. I think that one's important for a food tier list because some of these foods I definitely haven't had enough. Maybe I've had it in something, and a couple of these I probably haven't had at all. So without further ado, let's not waste time. Let's get into it. I'm going to start here at the front. This looks like snow peas or edamame. And by the way, I'm probably going to get half of these wrong as what they are. They're not labeled, but that's half the fun, is trying to figure out what these are and looking stupid in the process. So these look like snow peas or edamame. And I think that is a solid C tier vegetable there. I am a big fan of edamame. I don't think that is specifically edamame. I think it's snow peas, but I've had those snow peas. I've had different types of food like that. You can do a lot with it. You can have it by itself. You can put it in things, put it in pasta or stir fries. So I'd say that's a solid C tier, kind of middle of the road for me. Moving right along here, we have jalapenos. I think jalapenos are an A tier vegetable. I think a lot of peppers are. I really like hot and spicy food. And I think jalapenos not only are hot and spicy, but they also give a really good flavor. So I'll put jalapenos in the A tier for me. Next here we have, is this cabbage? Let's see. So that's lettuce down there. So I believe this is cabbage, or this is lettuce and this is cabbage. I'm not sure what the difference is, but oh no, iceberg lettuce is over here. All right, this is the first one I'm going to look stupid on when I get this wrong, but we're going to go ahead and assume this is lettuce or cabbage. My ranking on either of them is, I think these are artichokes actually. My ranks on either of these are probably going to be the same. I think cabbage or lettuce, anything that looks like that, is a D tier vegetable. I will eat it. I think it does add something to maybe like a burger. Actually, you need it to eat a salad, don't you? Don't you? So even if everything else is good in the salad, you do need the cabbage or lettuce for the salad. But I guess you could use iceberg lettuce, you could use spinach. I think D tier is good for that. Not a lot of it doesn't bring enough to the table, literally and figuratively. Potato. This is going to be our first and a very easy S tier for me. You can do so much with potatoes. I grew up eating them in so many different ways. It's one of the easiest things that I make now. You can make French fries, you can make mashed potatoes, you can make. Why can't I think of more things you can do with potatoes? You could fry them. You can do a million things with them. You can put them in almost anything. They always taste good. So I think that is an easy S tier. Now, what is this? This next one here, we have. It looks like an onion. Do we have an onion somewhere else in here? No. I think I can assume that this is an onion then. And again, I apologize if you're getting frustrated with me with looking stupid here. Some of you vegetable savants out there might, or just people who eat healthier than me, I guess. Oh, well, I guess there's onion right here. Red onion, though. I do believe this is a type of onion, though. That's kind of what it looks like to me. I've never had a type of onion I don't like. I've had red onion, yellow, white, obviously, and also the smaller types of onions that usually use in cooking. I'd say that's a solid B tier, unless it's something totally out there that I am not expecting it to be. But pretty much any type of onion there, I'd say, is at least B tier. Carrots, this one is going to be a controversial one. I think carrots are a C tier vegetable. I know some people really, really like carrots. I don't care for carrots by themselves, but I think they add a lot when you put them in things. I use them in stews and soups and different food like that. I do think they add a lot when you add them to things. But by itself, I can't do it. So I'd say that's a C tier vegetable. Are these leeks? I think these are leeks. I think they might not be leeks. They might be something totally different. But I think I have tried these, but not enough to have an opinion on it. So I'm going to say undecided on that. Let's see here. Next, we have cauliflower. Cauliflower, I want to like so bad because you can make a lot of stuff with it. Actually, you can actually make a lot. You can make chicken wings with it if you soak it in buffalo sauce and well, whatever sauce you want, I guess. So you can do a lot with cauliflower. I want to like it, but I just don't. So I'm sorry to my cauliflower lovers. If any of you are out there, that's a D tier vegetable for me. It just does not taste good. It's plain and simple. Onion. I know this is an onion for sure, so I put the last onion. I thought that was an onion into the B tier. I think regular onions are an S tier. I know not everybody's a fan of onions, but I think regular onions add so much to cooking. You can have them in slices, you can have them diced, you can have them fried, raw, whatever. And I think it adds so much flavor to so many different kinds of foods. And pretty much anytime I cook ground beef or ground turkey or ground whatever, many types of meat, I will put onions in it just automatically because there's very few things that onion does not help, in my opinion. All right, moving along here. So I know this is radishes over here. So I'm not sure what these are, to be completely honest. Are these beets? I'm having memories of The Office here. I think these are beets. So taking a look, I have not had these enough to have an opinion. So yeah. Let's see. Is this parsley or cilantro? Do we see that anywhere else on this? No, we don't see that anywhere else. So I think that, yeah, I think that's probably, I'd put the C tier. I think it adds stuff, it can add to a meal. Whether this is parsley or cilantro, I think, you use it the same way. Though cilantro is much more flavorful. It adds to a meal, it adds to your dish, but I don't think it does much on its own, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that there in C tier. Unpopular opinion here, perhaps. But with this asparagus, I'm going to put this all the way up in B tier. I think asparagus is a very good vegetable. I hated these when I was a kid. My grandma always made me eat them, and I hated them as a kid. But growing up, I think they taste very good. Especially we will roast them in the oven with oil and some seasoning and stuff. I think they're very good when cooked that way. So I'm going to put this all the way in B tier. I think that's a very good vegetable. Next here we have spinach. Right? Yeah, this is just leaf spinach. I'm going to put that in B tier. You do a lot with it. I think it's a better option. I might be wrong, but I think it's healthier than cabbage and iceberg lettuce. So I'd put spinach in a B tier here. It is a good vegetable, and you can do a lot with it. You can have it on a sandwich, on a burger. You can put it in stuff. You can cook with it. I think spinach is a B tier vegetable, especially in this way. I don't necessarily like it in a can, but I don't like a lot of stuff in a can. So bell peppers. This is an easy S tier for me. You can do so much with bell peppers, and they give a great flavor. You can stuff them. You can put them in stuff. It's an S tier for me. I don't know what these are. And I hope they're not something obvious because I don't know what I'm looking at here. I mean, they look like beans. Are these black beans? But that's not a vegetable. That it would be a bean, right? I'm not sure what those are. So I'm going to put them in the undecided or haven't tried enough. I've seen these before. And again, this is going to be an undecided. I have seen this before. And again, I'm going to look like an idiot later for not knowing some of these, but I don't know what that is off the top of my head. And I don't think I've had it either way. So even if I could recall the name. Broccoli. I'm stuck between B and C here. I have a mixed opinion on broccoli. It really depends how it's cooked and what it's cooked in for me. I really like it in like Chinese food with like a beef or steak, stuff like that. But I'm not a huge fan of it by itself. I mean, it's very healthy for you. I haven't used that as a ranking mechanism for any of these other foods. But Well, let's look what's in here. Onions, asparagus. I think it goes in B tier. I think you can do more with broccoli, and I think it brings more to the table than carrots or cilantro. This is squash, I believe, right? Probably squash here. I don't think I've had squash enough to have an opinion. Next, we have celery. I'd say celery is a B tier vegetable. Very simple. There's that whole thing that if you eat it, you actually lose calories by eating it. I'm not sure that's actually true, but it's pretty. It's a nice base. You can have it with a lot of different stuff, ranch or buffalo sauce or peanut butter. So yeah, I think celery is a B tier vegetable. Are these gorgonzola beans? Not gorgonzola. What am I thinking of? I'm doing this off the cuff, guys. If you couldn't tell, I'm not planning on making scripts for this or anything of the such. We're just going through. I don't look at these lists before I pull them up. So I've apologized for the confusion here. I'm going to go ahead and put that in undecided. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Here we have something else I'm not sure about here. Looks like another type of spinach, leafy vegetable type thing. You know what? I think I'm going to actually put this in C tier because no matter what, as long as it doesn't have some weird taste I'm not expecting, it's going to be better than cabbage, and it's probably not going to be as good as spinach. So I think either way, because I'm pretty sure I have had this before, I just don't know what it is. For a long time when I was younger, I just assumed anything leafy was lettuce. So, all right. Next we have, is this zucchini? Apologies for that if that sound popped up. We have zucchinis and we have cucumber here. So zucchini, I think, is a B tier. You can make noodles out of it, which is good, but it's not like my favorite. And cucumbers, I think, is also a B tier. We're ending up with a lot of stuff in the middle here. Hopefully we get some more A's, but yeah, cucumber you can do a lot with. It's a nice little snack. You can put it in salad. Nothing wrong with that. Eggplant. Every time I've had eggplant, I have not liked it, and I've tried. So I'm going to have to put that in D tier. I would put it in F tier, but I don't think I've had it enough to put it in F tier. So I'm going to stick with D tier for now. Let's see here. Artichokes, that's a D tier for me. I have had them roasted. They're all right, but I feel like the flavor comes more from the seasonings you use. I do not like the taste of artichokes by themselves. Next we have... Are these green beans? No, these are green beans down here, I think. These are green beans. Not sure which one's which here. I'm going to go ahead and assume these are green beans, and then we'll get to the other one when we get there. Green beans, I think, are... I want to put it in B tier, but I'm not sure if that's what they are. So I think for now we put this in B tier. I think most beans you can make fine. Radishes are a C tier vegetable. You can put them as a topping on things. I haven't had them in many other ways, though. So I'll put that middle of the road. Or is this artichokes? Oh, I might have made a mistake up here. Is this artichokes or is this artichokes? I don't know. Whichever one artichokes is, I put in D tier. Whichever one the other one is, I'll put down here. So, oh, are these radishes? Oh, these aren't radishes. Maybe these are beets. Are these radish? Radish? Beets? I'm gonna put these two together. I don't know what they are. I don't know which one is radishes. One of them is beets. I know that. And one of them is... Oh, one of them is turnips. The purple one's turnips. And these are beets, and then these are radishes. Okay. So radishes, I apologize. Radishes, this red one here. You can use it as toppings and stuff. I think it's C tier. These two I have not had enough to have an opinion on, if I could speak. Leafy vegetable here. Put that in the middle. I think that's C tier no matter what. I don't think it's going to have some weird flavor. Tomato. Oh, and a regular tomato. I forget what the name of these are, but the regular size tomato. Then later we'll get to Roma tomatoes. I think these are B tier. I think they're good. You can obviously do a lot with tomato. I'm not counting like ketchup and other sauces made out of tomato in this, but yeah, I think it's good. Lima beans are F tier. I'm going to assume these are lima beans just because I want to say that lima beans are F tier. I think the worst vegetable in my opinion. Spoiler alert. Lima beans are F tier for me. Lettuce in the middle here, not as good as spinach in my opinion. I mean, you get like that crunch, but I'm not sure that's a good thing. It's kind of just like water. Doesn't have much of a taste. I do think it's better than cabbage though. I know what these are, and I have had them in a lot of Thai food that I've eaten, and I can't remember the name off the top of my head. So again, me looking stupid here, but I think these are C tier. They're good. They're a nice topping on stir fry dishes and that kind of thing, noodle dishes and whatnot. By the way, I don't think that tomatoes are actually vegetables, but we'll go with it. Same thing with mushrooms. I don't think mushrooms are actually vegetables. This is going to be a real controversial opinion here, but I think mushrooms are an A tier vegetable. I think that you can do so much. They don't taste like other vegetables, or again, I don't think they are actually vegetables. They might be, but they don't taste like all this other green stuff. They taste good. I love mushrooms by themselves. I'll eat them on pizza. I'll eat them in pasta. Unpopular opinion here. I think that's an A tier food. Sweet potatoes here. Sweet potatoes, in my opinion, are not as good as regular potatoes. I don't like how sweet they are, ironically. So I'll put that in B tier. I think that summarizes it, pretty good. Corn is an A tier vegetable. I think you can eat corn in so many different ways, just by itself on the cob, as elote. You do a lot of different things with it. Elote, most of you probably know, but putting mayo and chili powder and cheese onto corn, very good. Street corn, I think, is what it's called sometimes, but elote, very good. One of my favorite snacks like that. So I'd put that in A tier here. Oh gosh, what is this? This is a root of some kind. Is this ginger? I don't think this is ginger. I have to put that in undecided or haven't tried enough. Pumpkin, I will put in C tier. I've had pumpkin flavored stuff. I know pumpkin spice latte is the big thing Starbucks and all these coffee places around in the fall start to have and stuff. But if we're talking just regular pumpkin, that flavor, I think it's C tier. I don't think it's bad, but it's not going to be my favorite. These look like white carrots. I don't think they're turnips. I think these were the turnips. So I don't know what these are. I apologize. Nor do I know what these are. They look pretty leafy though, so we'll put them into C tier. We're using the logic again that it's probably not as good as spinach, but probably better than cabbage. So we will put, that in the C tier there. Roma tomatoes, I will put in the A tier. I think Roma tomatoes are a little bit better than regular tomatoes, or whatever these are called. I apologize. I don't remember the name of them, but I usually buy Roma because I think their size is a lot better for cooking. I mean, obviously, yes, you can just slice these up, but I just think Roma tomatoes are more convenient. And I like them better. Two more here. Some other type of peas or beans. Let's see. Did I assume? I assumed these were green beans, which I said was C tier. So I'm gonna have to put this down here. And I guess we're gonna end off on a whimper here because I'm not sure what these are either. I've had something that looks like this, but I can't tell for sure if this was it. You know what? I think I have had these. I don't know what they're called though. So I guess that's not very helpful. I'll put in C tier. I've had them. They kind of have like a crunch to them. My wife has told me what they're called, but I have forgotten. All right. So here is our tier list. Let me zoom out a little bit here so we can see the whole thing. And this is where we're at. So we have our S tier, our potatoes, our onions, and our bell pepper. Our A tier of our jalapeno, mushroom, corn, and Roma tomatoes. Our other tiers here, we have lima beans being my only F tier ones, and a couple D tiers here, along with some things I wasn't sure. Let me know in the comment section below if you do watch through this whole video, you see what these are. Let me know what these are if you don't, or if you do know, because I definitely didn't, and I apologize for that. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys agree with my rankings, if you'd change anything, or if I'm a complete idiot, let me know too. And hopefully we'll be bringing you more of these tier lists, these random tier lists soon. With that, guys, this is the random guy that does tier lists, signing off.